Hello. Hello. We're just going to turn the camera around a little bit so that you can see.
More. No, too far.
There's Jay.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I'll just turn it back a little bit so you're a little bit more visible.
Well, what we're trying to do is get both
the
sea, which is just behind Jay's head.
The sea and you and me.
The sea and you and me. Hello, welcome to our seaside location.
Our seaside location.
For a cuppa with Cath and Jay. And
the cuppa, of course, tonight, being Valentine's night, is wine and it's rosé. Cheers. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's to those of you who celebrate such a thing. I think that the most important thing is to make every day Valentine's Day and to make it all about loving yourself. Love yourself.
Love
first.
yourself. And love someone else if you can.
Well, I think if you love yourself, you can love others. Are we getting some love hearts? Oh yes, I just saw a thumbs up floating up the screen. I'm hoping to see some comments and names of who are watching soon. I can't see any yet, but hopefully they'll come up.
Yeah, we're very... Oh, Mackie's watching. Good evening,
Mackie Ferguson.
See, here we are on the 5th floor of a beautiful apartment block up in...
We're on the Sunshine Coast. That's what we're going to say. We're not going to say
where.
specifics, but we're on the Sunshine Coast just for a couple of days.
A beautiful inlet.
And we're very lucky to be here. We're thankful to friends who've allowed us to come and stay here. We needed a break because we realised we'd been overworking. And we hadn't even had Christmas Day off.
No, we were packing on Christmas Day to go to
Woodford. And we had Woodford, and then we had a big project for Reconciliation Australia, and then we had Tamworth Country Music Festival, and then we kept working on the Reconciliation Australia project, and then we had choir starting back, and it was just one thing after another, and the CD and the single Millard Pop Top to work on. So I have to be really careful not to overdo things since my brain surgery and radiotherapy 2.5 years ago or so. So we just thought, okay, we have to stop, and that's why we're here.
The only way we can stop ourselves is actually to leave home, but amazingly, or not amazingly, but unexpectedly, we're still doing some work from home.
We're doing some work from home, from holiday, only just keeping it minimal. So actually, I just woke up half an hour ago from a nap.
Well, you didn't wake up.
I didn't wake up. Jay woke me up. Thank goodness he woke me up. I thought I had enough time just for a little shut-eye. And he woke me up. I was in a deep sleep half an hour ago, so I'm still waking up now.
You're right, Christy. It is a nice spot to relax.
Hello to Christy.
It's absolutely beautiful there.
And hello to Robin and to Leanne. And we've already said hello to Mackie. Alright, so I'm still waking up. My brain is not with it, but we're going to do our best here.
So this song...
Mackie, I just want to acknowledge Mackie to start with. Oh no. Before I acknowledge Mackie, I will acknowledge you, Mackie, because you are amazing. But I want to acknowledge that we're here on Kabi land. This is Kabi country, the traditional custodians of the land where we are right now. We're very, very grateful to those traditional custodians for looking after this land for tens of thousands of years and many, many, many more generations. We're really grateful. And we acknowledge you and your elders going all the way back, all the ancestors. This is a special place.
It is extremely special.
And now Mackie did the artwork for our new CD, which we have been celebrating in all these live streams. It's back to front on your live stream screen. I'm very sorry. Facebook Live seemed to have removed the flip the screen option, so I can't turn it around like I used to be able to in the olden days of Facebook Live. I can't believe I'm saying the olden days of Facebook Live. But this is the artwork. If you want to see it the right way round, go to our website or to any of our Facebook posts about this beautiful collection of songs. And on the inside, I'm going to show off your artwork on the inside, Maki. Oh, let's go to the outside. So Maki did this drawing. This was Maki's original drawing of us back in December 2021. I think you gave this to us as a Christmas present at our Christmas live stream party. We had a small group of audience bought tickets to come into our home because we weren't allowed to have more than a few people in the house at the time during COVID. Yeah,
10 or 12, something
yeah.
like that.
So you came over with this as a present on a postcard, and we had it stuck to our fridge for years, and we just loved it. And then when it came time for us to make our CD Millard Pop Top, to make the recordings, I said to Jay, we should commission Maki to do a drawing of our old camper, the Millard Pop Top 74, which she did. Isn't it fantastic?
Hilarious.
It's so hilarious. I love it. And on the inside of, we're making Maki embarrassed, but on the inside is this wonderful drawing of our old Camry, 2002 model Camry, which we used to use to tow. We still have this car, and we used to use it to tow the Millard Pop Top. So there it is being towed, and it really wasn't quite up to the job, the poor old Camry. But yeah, we used to put the canoe on the top of it, and we towed the camper. And this lovely little emu here is from a true story, which Jay might tell later, about traveling across the Nullarbor plains with his friends
Jenny Simpson and
Jenny
Helen Wright.
Simpson and Helen Wright. I'm still waking up. Back in 1995 when he first came to Australia, and they were raced.
We were
By
raced by an emu.
And here we have the Kookaburra. And those of you who know our work will know that I used to do a Kookaburra impersonation as part of our show, to show audiences overseas particularly what they were missing out on if they'd never heard a Kookaburra before. Hello, speaking of the UK, hello to Claire Boyd, who's watching from the UK. Good morning to you, Claire.
Morning, Claire.
All right, so what are we going to sing first,
Well, I think
Jay?
we might sing this one. We actually wrote here
Yeah.
when we were here the last time.
Yes.
So that's I think very apt, and it's very apt on a Valentine's night
It
for
is.
us to sing it here. So we're going to do
Yeah.
this.
This is a song all about us meeting 30 years ago next month.
30 years
30
ago.
years ago
in
next
about
month.
3 or 4 weeks' time.
Sometimes when you meet someone, you just get a feeling. You might not know what that feeling exactly is yet, but you just get some sort of a little premonition.
Yeah.
And I had that
Says
definitely.
run!
Run!
But we didn't.
I had that feeling when I met Jay, and it wasn't run, was it?
Well, obviously not.
My ukulele, I've just put new strings on it a little while ago, and it just keeps going out of tune. So please excuse the slightly out of tuneness, and please excuse the fact that my brain is still asleep right
That's
now.
all right.
I'm on holiday. Let's see if I can remember the chords and the words to this song. It's called
Alright.
Lucky Premonition, and it is on the new CD.
On the new CD.
When I first saw you, I had a premonition. I had a premonition. Lucky premonition.
When I first saw you, I had a premonition. My premonition told me it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. But the premonition said it's gonna be alright. When I first talked to you, call it intuition. Call it intuition. Let's call it intuition. When I first talked to you, call it intuition. My intuition told me it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. My intuition said it's gonna be alright. I Can I shift this? It's actually
waking
right in my
up.
eyes when I'm looking at my guitar. I'm looking at
Yeah,
that
we
light.
can put the light there.
We'll put it over there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Disturbing the neighbourhood.
We've got people walking their dogs just down below there and applauding us. So that's very nice, isn't it? Paul Maud is with us. John Rodriguez is with us. Carol Woodrow in the UK is with us. Hello to you, Paul. And Robin says, what a wonderful song for Valentine's Day. It's more than all right.
More than all right.
Yeehaw! Well, it is a bit appropriate for lots of reasons. Yes, that Valentine's Day connection. The fact that we wrote this song nearly a year ago here
Yeah.
in this very
And then
holiday
rushed
location.
home and recorded it, and then completely forgot that we'd actually
That we'd recorded
it.
it, and then remembered that we'd recorded it
Well,
in time to put it on.
remember it. I actually was
the
just looking through files and going, oh, what? Oh, I wonder whatever happened to that one. And then I looked at it, and there was a complete Pro Tools session with everything on it, and I just sort of went, oh well, I better have a listen to that. Maybe we can use a bit of that. And it was actually that good, or either that, or I'd had enough distance between recording it and listening to it again to think that it was good enough. So that ended up as the extra bonus track on the album,
CD.
because it was only going to be 6 tracks originally, but there we go, 7 now.
And we've got a few little messages coming in.
Jen's
Jen
up at
Furlong. Hi, Jen.
Girraween with
Jen and
Peter.
Pete. They're saying hi from Girraween, which is a wonderful, beautiful, magical national park in southeast Queensland.
And
just on
Carol
the
Woodrow's in
border.
the UK. She's in a very chilly Kent. What temperature is it down there?
Yeah, it's so nice and warm here. Maybe a little too warm some of the time.
Yeah. Tonight's nice. It's
tonight's just-
probably about 27 degrees.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's
There's
it's
a ocean
nice.
liner just about to pass through our picture at the back there. You may get to see it. You may see it.
It's getting a bit dark, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Hello
getting
to
dark.
Deb Bowen Saunders, Deb and Rob, hello. And my cousin Con, hello Con, down in
Hey,
Melbourne,
Con,
down
good
in
to see
Whittlesea
you.
actually. Hello Con, great to see you here. And Christy said, thank you, great song. Christy said, great song. Thank you, Christy. And Christy also said, lovely artwork.
Yeah, it
Robin
is
said,
good
I can hear the noisy miners in the background. Yes, they've been here attacking a sea osprey that was fishing earlier, a pair of
There's
them.
a pair of them. One of them got a fish, and the other one just got dive bombed
Attacked by noisy
by
miners.
noisy miners. But anyway,
Leanne says, nice to see you relaxing with a glass of wine. I hope you are too, Leanne. And all of us here are relaxing with a glass of something nice at the end of our busy week. All right, so it's time to talk about the storytelling competition. We've been running a storytelling competition about camping, and particularly about camping disasters, because they do make the best stories.
they certainly do.
So,
And they're most relatable because it seems like just about any of us that's here in Australia has got some sort of camping story. Oh,
and in
some,
the UK, we've had some great camping
we've
stories from the UK.
had some good ones from there too, but it's a very relatable subject. We didn't realise that when we wrote the song. We wrote the song as a sort of catharsis for having 11
recover.
years of torture from one
Yeah.
particular camper, but it turns out that lots of people have found the same or similar experiences whilst out camping. So it's been a lovely thing to get all the stories coming in, and some of them are really funny, and some of them involve water, some of them involve poo, some of them involve poo and water, which is always
water and we.
so we're, anything that is a mucky mess, we're always excited by that.
We love it. We love stories about it because it makes us not feel so alone with all our mucky messy stories.
That's right. 3 degrees in Kent this morning.
Cal says
Oh,
3
my
degrees
goodness.
in Kent. Well, that's actually warm, isn't it? Because a friend of mine in Coventry in the UK, actually Joshua's godmother, Auntie Kaz,
She said it was
she-
-4 the other morning.
she said it was below 0 the other morning.
Yeah.
So 3's getting a bit warmer.
Right. It's almost balmy, that, Carol. Come on.
And then there's Chris Beeson. Hello, Chris.
Good evening, Chris.
Where are you, Chris, if you're happy to tell us? Now, I thought that I got everyone's stories. And Did we share your story, Paul Morwood? Have we shared your story yet about camping in Goondiwindi?
No,
I don't think
so.
we have.
No. Let's have a look at that.
We shared Claire's stories, didn't we? We did share yours, Claire, last time. So I think I've got Paul's, Leanne's, Jan Breeze's. Oh no, I think we told those ones. We did tell yours, Leanne, didn't we?
Yep. With sick dog.
I don't think we told Paul's though.
No, I don't think so.
We told Louise's with the child being used like a flag.
Yes.
A human flagpole.
Human flagpole.
She was a human flagpole, not a human flag. And about Hillary Quinnan, and what about Julie Jules?
No, I don't think it's
Julie Jules? Alright, I thought I had more stories that people have sent in since the last one. If you have a story and you haven't shared it with us yet, I'm looking at you, Peter Furlong, or Jen Furlong, even you, John Rodriguez. I know you've got a shocker that put you off camping for life, you and Carrie. Thank you for the love hearts. I love seeing love hearts floating up the screen.
Yeah.
Yes, we did tell
we told
Leanne's. I
Leanne's.
thought we did. Carol says
No,
it doesn't feel warm. I know, we're teasing you, Carol.
We're really
of course
teasing
it doesn't
you,
feel
Carol.
warm. 3 degrees.
Fortunately, we don't see 3 degrees here very often.
No, I don't. No, not on the coast.
Stanthorpe, maybe.
If we were up higher in winter, then
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
We were camping up at Girraween last May, and it was. Did it get down to
About 7, I think.
8?
7 or 8.
That's high country.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Peter Furlong. Alright, we told Leanne's. Paul's we haven't told. Paul says he doesn't think we've told it. So Jay, can you read Paul's story?
I could if it was about a foot taller.
Right, I will make it bigger font. Look, we all need a bigger font these days. Oh, it says that it's at 16 font.
It
Doesn't
look
look
like
it,
to
does
me.
it?
No.
Alright, can you read that?
About 25 and I'll be alright.
Can you read that now?
18?
That's 18 points.
Could be.
Oh, I know. Maybe I need to do something else. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Look at this. I think.
Dun.
Bum, bum, bum.
She's done this
Bum,
before
bum,
and
bum. I don't know.
deleted everything.
Still not working. Yeah, don't want to delete everything.
just put. Oh,
there,
look at that.
see? I just made everything big and then I made it small again. But
Okay.
let's leave it there.
Alright, Paul.
Alright, here we go, Paul.
Paul Morwood. In 1974, I went down to Goondiwindi with a friend of mine, and we camped on the local riverbank in the middle of a field. After getting zero sleep talking, and about 2 in the morning, 2 horses destroyed our tent. So we slept the rest of the night and watched the stars.
2 horses destroyed.
We stayed all day, and about dawn set off towards Brisbane, but about 1 hour driving I lost my brakes and ran my car across the highway into a river.
Oh, Paul!
Soaking wet, I got out of the car and my brake drums were glowing red hot. I called the authorities from a local phone and waited 3 hours in freezing cold. They towed us back to Goondiwindi. I'd snapped 2 axles on my car and we had to wait 3 days for the parts from Melbourne. And we arrived days later in Gympie.
Oh, yeah, it's
My
amazing
goodness,
you got it. You got to Gympie.
That's just amazing.
Paul, that is a fantastic disaster story. Just, whoa.
You don't do things by halves,
No,
do you really?
you don't. So you camped on the local riverbank in the middle of a field. You stayed up all night, and then horses destroyed your tent. So you slept under the stars, which sounds absolutely beautiful. And then you set off towards Brisbane and lost your brakes and ran into a river in your car. Oh my goodness. You ran into a river in your car. Look, I'm really glad that you're here to tell the tale. That is terrifying, actually.
It is.
Oh, Leanne has got Pete's swimming story at Girraween in winter is funny, but probably had to be there.
And probably is,
And you've got to also use a little bit of swearing for it to be.
Yes,
to be the
probably
full story.
something that we'd need to edit, but it was really funny. I remember it very well.
We could tell that story, but Pete, it's your story to tell, isn't it?
From his point of view.
And we've got Bo Horton here. Hort boy, how are you going? Friday. Just finished a week of teaching high schoolers. Hope you're very well, Bo. We miss you.
Did we tell
so
Jan Breeze's story last time?
Yes, I'm pretty sure we
told. That was Bridgenorth, wasn't it?
Bridgenorth Festival. Someone fell over her tent. Oh no, she met us. She last saw us at Bridgenorth Folk Festival in the UK, and her worst camping tale was that someone fell on her tent at Cambridge Folk Festival. And there's two stories that have come in from the UK, Claire's and Jan's, where people have fallen on their tent. And we've
I think it might have something to say about the strength of British beer. But anyway.
Yes, Paul's had horses destroy his tent, but now we have, on that theme of horses, we have Julie Jules' story. So please, Jay, would you read Julie Jules?
Julie Jules. So she says she's late to the party, but that's okay because we always need more stories.
We need more stories.
A memorable camping story. We were on Moreton Island many years ago, way up north, at a place called Honeymoon Bay.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
Sounds nice. We put up 2 little tents for the weekend. Asleep one night when we were woken by the sound of trickling just outside our tent. Thinking we had misjudged the site, wondering where the watercourse was, a little peek outside the tent revealed an enormous brumby, legs between our tent ropes, quietly and peacefully relieving himself. There was a lot of breath holding after that, just so that we didn't startle him and make him take off with us trailing behind. Oh dear.
So it was so much
Horses for courses.
Horses for courses. Horses creating water courses. So much wee that you thought you were camping in a creek. Oh, Julie, that is a classic. That you've got a horse straddling. For those of you in the UK or anywhere not Australia, a brumby is a wild horse.
Wild horse.
And it was pissing on their tent. You've seen a horse piss, haven't you?
I know.
There's a steady.
Copious is
Copious
a really good word for it.
So yeah, you must have been really quite scared for a moment there that it was going to take off with you and your tent.
Oh my goodness.
And inundate you with horse urine. So I love that story.
I don't know
That's
whether
fantastic.
we did Hillary's, did we?
We did do Hillary's story.
Yeah, okay.
Hillary Quinian's story was fantastic, but I'm sure we read it last Friday. We might read some of them again though. Hello to Martin Jones in the UK. I saw you perform twice back in the UK, once with Fairport Convention. Oh, we nearly wore our Fairport
Nearly
Convention
wore our Fairport
t-shirts
shirts today actually,
Martin.
because we were going to a funeral where the person who had sadly passed away had asked everybody to wear band shirts of one sort or another. So there was plenty of Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and Def Leppard and any number of other bands. Yeah, and
Body Rate.
We were thinking of wearing our Fairport shirts from 2004 when we toured with them, but it was just so hot.
Too hot. It's too hot to wear those t-shirts.
Yeah, but nearly did.
So we're getting we hope that you're well, Martin. It's great to see you on here.
good to see
Peter Furlong is talking about his story of jumping in a freezing cold creek when camping at Girraween in the high country between Queensland and New South Wales. And there's a little bit of a story going on there. We've got Erica here. Hi, Erica.
Good evening, Erica.
Jen said we had a reenactment of Pete's leap into the freezing cold waters at Girraween National Park just this week. So, hello to Uli and Asuk Mankiewicz. Good to have you. Paul saying it was a very scary moment. Yes, I bet it was scary. Going into a river, that's my nightmare. I've literally had a recurring nightmare of driving a car into a river or a lake or the sea.
See if we can avoid doing
that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It's too upsetting. Erica is here. Kathleen and Andrew. Our lovely cousins
from
in
ACT.
Canberra.
Yeah. Are you in ACT at the moment or down the coast, you guys?
Don't know. Where I know. Hello from Canberra, it says.
There you go.
Peter says, however, we went swimming today in the same waterhole and it required much less colourful language.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Well,
it's summer.
It's summer, people.
But basically what happened was Pete said, I'm going for a swim in the creek. It is winter time. It's sort of late in the day.
And everybody looked at each other and
we
sort of
said,
went, really?
We'll come and watch you.
We'll come and watch.
We're not getting in.
It's the
too cold."
fastest human movement I have seen in many a year.
Pete leaps in.
Leaps in, he went,
And he goes right, holy,
and leapt straight out.
and boom, back on the bank. And everyone who was witnessing him just fell about laughing. And I actually got it on video. I have
Yes.
it on video.
And it's for sale.
All right, so I think we've read all the stories that have been sent in. If I've
Should we?
missed your story, please resend it or tell me that I've missed it and I'll go looking. But these are all the ones I collected from the comment sections of our live streams.
Yeah.
So that might be all of them.
Okay. When are we going to do this sort of?
Oh, we want to talk about one thing. I think that we'll talk about it in a minute. But we should sing the Millard
Do tell
Pop
me
Top.
what it is.
Yeah, we should sing. Oh, it's about.
No, I don't know. It's about blue.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We'll talk about that later. But I think we should sing. We should sing the song that inspired this storytelling competition. The Millard Pop Top 74. Please sing. Christy Galwa, you're saying, how about your story? Did we tell your story? Let me go through.
You do it, your fingers.
My fingers seem to work on this mouse. Christy, I don't know whether it got through to this list. Christy, I'm really sorry. Where did you put it? Did you put it in the comments section or in a private message? If it's a private message, I might be able to find it really quickly.
Yeah.
Martin Jones says, always remember you playing Mark and Main. It was fantastic. Oh,
Thank you, Martin. Thank you. It's one of my best songs, I think, Mark and Main, and always benefits from being a true story. When you write a song, especially a political one like that, and yeah.
Christy, I'm looking up the chat history. Oh, yes, here we go.
Okay, we got it.
Thank you for reminding me, Christy. It didn't make it into the other file. So here we go. Christy's story. I'm going to put it in the bottom of this storytelling file so that it's bigger and we can read it. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Christy Galwa, who's a wonderful photographer and videographer in
Lovely friend of ours.
Mianjin, Brisbane. All right.
Okay. So I must have been around 17 or 18 and I was camping with a group of friends in small tents on the island of Schiermonnikoog. Is that right?
Schiermonnikoog.
A small island just off the Netherlands. Of course it was raining. And of course we were stoned.
Of course.
I remember waking up at night thinking I was swimming. Water courses right through our tent. We got up and sat in awe on this stone wall. Other people were sitting there too. And we sat in silence and watched our belongings slowly float away. A pillow, some packets of dried soup, plastic crockery and cutlery, items of clothing. We just sat there. No one said a thing. The rain came down heavily. We must have sobered up later as we all went on to the shower block where we spent the rest of the night. Asleep.
In the shower block.
The next day the campsite was a sorry sight, but all we could do was laugh. I think all anybody can do is laugh about that story. I guess that just about all of us have been in a situation a little bit like that at some point in our youth, wouldn't we?
I love it. It's got all the combinations of the best camping disaster story. It's particularly got the theme of rain and water. There's been a lot of rain and water in all of your stories, but that one, just sitting there stoned watching all your belongings float away with a lot of other people who are also just sitting there silently watching all the belongings float away.
That's
and
fantastic.
Just go sleep in the shower block.
Yeah. Oh well, nothing else to do.
There's nothing else you can do. Oh, Christy.
Fantastic.
That is awesome. Thank you
Glad
so
you
much
reminded us
for
about
reminding me that I hadn't picked that one up and pasted it, copied and pasted it into the file there. So now you're in the running for best story. Honestly, I don't know how we're going to pick. I think we're going to have to whittle it down to a finalists list, a short list, and then we're going to have to put it back to you guys and have a poll or something like, and have a vote on who's
That way
the
it gets
best.
us off the hook.
It'll get us off the hook. We'll do the heavy lifting. We'll make a short list.
I'm really disappointed.
Then we'll ask you guys to
we've
decide.
Got some cloud cover here, and there was a fantastic moon last night, but we can't see it tonight.
It might come. It might come.
Oh, it might be up later, you reckon?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep. All right. We'll let you know when we see the moon, or you tell us if you see the moon rising behind us over the ocean. All right. So this is the Millard Pop Top song that was written last year, late-ish last year, and then honed over a series of performances. Christy, I think you saw one of the first performances. Yeah, when we were still working out some of the words, certainly working out the arrangement. I had not memorized the words yet even, so I was letting Jay start each verse, and then I would go, oh yeah, okay, now I know what to sing.
Now I know where I'm going.
All right, so Millard Pop Top 74, please sing along from home.
2, 3, 4.
Time for camping in a swag, waking on a bumpy floor. Time for a change, we decided. Let's see what we can afford. I'm studying alternatives till I was dizzy in the head. When an online ad caught my eye, this is what it said. Well, you can wind her up and you can wind her down. She got 2 wheels to keep you off the ground. A better each and a big space in the middle to hold the family on board. It's your lucky day, hold a dream away. She's a Millard Pop Top 74. We bought a cheap sight unseen. That might have been a mistake. She was a bit of a fixer-up, but a little love was all that it would take. And so began a journey through the ever-revolving door. As the honey came in, it soon went out on a Pop Top 74. First the telescopes went down, but only one at a time. Cause the cables kept getting tangled up in a way only the devil could design. So we exercised and ready to come till it both bruised and sore. Then once again she was working just like back in 74. Cause you can wind her up and you can wind her down. She got 2 wheels to keep you off the ground. A bit of each and a big space in the middle to hold the family and more. It's your lucky day, hold a dream away. She's the Millard Pop Top 74. Then she tried to kill me. She pulled my car back down the hill. I fell underneath the wheels. How I'm living is a miracle still. The insurance company laughed at me and paid up finally. $800 excess, and she was right, she would never be. But then the roof sprang a leak. We couldn't tell just where. We filled buckets every time it rained. It was a sad and a sorry affair. So I rebuilt the whole damn thing, along with most of the floor. And the very next time we took her out, the ancient canvas tore. But you can wind her up and you can wind her down. She got 2 wheels to keep you off the ground. A bit of each and a big space in the middle. Oh, the family and more. It's your lucky day, hold a dream away. She's a Millard Pop Top 74. 3,000 more and she was fixed again. It was really time for her to go. So we sold her for a couple of grand to some people that we didn't know. Now they call us up all the time to tell us that she's doing well. And how it was their lucky day when she decided to go.
I don't know what happened there. But
Drinking wine while singing. This is
no,
the
this
thing.
was it must have been something that I ate earlier, something like
Here's one you prepared earlier.
maybe we had some crackers earlier, and I think one of those must have decided to lodge itself in my
In your gullet.
gullet.
Oh dear, that was funny.
Sorry
Thank
about
you.
that, folks. I don't
Sorry.
think I've ever done that before.
But this is live, hey, and
Unique,
this is relaxed.
performance.
We are on holiday, and all of these live streams from the veranda are meant to be very, very relaxed.
Impromptu.
And an hour ago, I was asleep. I was having a nap. I was really in a deep sleep.
It's true.
I had to drag myself.
I was shaking. I was
Going, come on, Cath, you gotta get up and do a live stream. Hello to Joe Boyle. How are you? Erica says, I just love that song. Erica, thank you so much, and thank you,
Thanks.
and Freedom Train Choir for being our special guest vocalists on the track, Millard Pop Top, because we needed a group of singers who could sing that audience response line.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the Mount Pop Pop.
Because it always happens live.
Every
but,
time we did it live, a group, any audience we performed
so when we
to,
recorded it, we really missed it.
they would sing that line back to us. And from the very first
Oh,
performance, which was, Pete and Jen, you were there for that. We were at the Neeram Creek Folk Festival doing an open mic set, and we performed the song for the first time in public. And that's when the audience sang that back to us, that line.
Yeah.
I think it was the first or the second time in public, and they sang that line back to us. So when we came to record it for the CD, we knew that we would have to get a group of singers in to be the audience and sing that line. So thank you we did it at the Bug. We did it
No,
at
I
the
think
Bug.
Leanne is saying, was that a bug that I swallowed?
Oh, did you swallow a bug?
Maybe. Oh, maybe not.
There's a
Maybe
venue
I
called
said-
The Bug that we did perform it at, where Christy first saw it at open mic.
Leanne would
But
have
yeah,
seen it there too.
you might have swallowed a bug. It's
Maybe.
true, because there are a lot of things
But
flying
the
around in
wind's sort of
this
blowing
room.
from behind us, so I don't know whether one would have blown down my throat.
Carol says it's a lovely song. Well, it's a silly song. We don't often write silly songs.
Very rarely write sort of humorous songs like that, to be
But
honest
it's
with
fun.
you.
It is
I
fun
mean,
to write one.
You know, I'm much more likely to write a Markham Main than I am to write a Millard Pop Top 74, but we can't have everything serious and political, otherwise everybody would turn off. So
Thank you, Carol. All right, so we were going to talk about the fact that we've just signed a distribution deal with a lovely distribution company called Blue Shamrock Music. We'll put on to them through a bush balladeer down at Tamworth Country Music Festival.
Right. Peter Code, thank you, Peter.
Peter Code.
Who recommended this gentleman, Stephen Brady, and we've been in discussions with Stephen for about the last 2 or 3 weeks, ever since we got back from Tamworth. And this time next week, we'll be having our first digital single, which will be Millard Pop Top 74, released on Blue Shamrock. The difference between Blue Shamrock and all of the other aggregators is
Or
that
the digital platforms.
digital platform releases, downloaders and streamers, is that we actually get paid for everything that is downloaded or streamed from Blue Shamrock.
They pay their artists.
They pay the artists, whereas anything that you see of us on Spotify or Apple or
It's
Amazon
very,
or
yeah.
any of those, we actually have to have, I think, about 10,000 streams before we get paid a cent. Whereas we get paid much better rate and immediately by Blue Shamrock. So thank goodness for Stephen Brady and his wonderful distribution company who is supporting independent artists in this country. He will be sending off the single, Millard Pop Top 74, to all of the major radio stations, country programs and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so he'll be promoting it to radio as well as making it available to stream and download from the Blue Shamrock Music website.
Yeah.
And he'll also be distributing the CD via his website. We'll be the ones who actually take it to the post office and send it, but people can order it through his website as well. So we're very excited about this new partnership with Blue Shamrock Music, and we hope that you guys get on board with it too.
Yeah. Ever since CDs have sort of taken a back seat and streaming has become the norm, artists have actually found about half of their revenue stream cut off, and Stephen is working against
that,
making a bulwark against that kind of thing happening. He believes artists should be paid for their music, and I heartily agree with that, Stephen.
It's difficult enough to make a living from creative endeavours like music without having half of your revenue taken away when technology like streaming comes in. So we're really grateful to you, Stephen. Thank you.
It also affects the industry in a different way, and that is that independent artists would normally go to studios to get their product recorded, and then they would make their money back by selling CDs. Of course, if you don't have the option to make your money back in that way, then the artists can't really afford to go to studios. So not only do the artists have to resort to recording at home, and you can get some really credible outcomes from doing that, but also it puts studios out of business. So it's not just ripping off artists, it's ripping off the studios and making people redundant who are very, very talented and very necessary in our business. So thanks very much, Stephen. We are really appreciative. We're really excited about being on Blue Shamrock, and we're looking forward to a long association and a successful association with you.
That said, we still have released the digital single of Millard Pop Top 74. That song, we have released it on Spotify and the other digital platforms, but we won't be releasing the other songs from the CD via those platforms. They will be just available digitally and on CD through Blue Shamrock.
Yeah, because...
And Christy says, hooray to Blue Shamrock, yay! And Christy says, I also prefer a CD to a digital download. So,
a lot of people do.
Yeah. I like having something in my hand.
The other interesting thing about the CDs, and everybody's going on about CDs are selling far less than they used to, and that is true. And that vinyl is the coming thing, and it's true that it is a fashion at the moment, but in actual fact, vinyl is selling no more than CDs in this country.
Yeah,
so,
we found an article.
Which talked about that, which really surprised me, because I was thinking, oh, everybody's gone on to vinyl now, and the market will be swamped with that. But in actual fact, CDs are still out there alive and kicking, and I get the feeling that they're going to be around for a long time yet, especially where independent artists are concerned. And we should all of us lobby car manufacturers to put CD players back in our cars. Anyway,
he's on his soapbox now. Yeah, we're going to try to do a song to finish off the night that we haven't practiced for, I don't know. It's on the CD. I usually play it on piano. We don't have a piano here.
So we went to a funeral today, very sadly, for the sister of one of our choir members, Julie, and the couple have been together for 61 years, and I think this song is sort of dedicated to them and to anybody who stay in love, stay together, and celebrate life. So this is called Dance Hall Days.
Show them all the latest moves, but he gave her his ring and said forever. Kiss me quick and leave me never. Dance all days where her memory is turning. Dance all days. She's remembering those dance hall days. Years flew quickly by and the children all left home. He would spin her around the kitchen late at night when they were alone. He would hold her, sing, lay your head upon my shoulder. like those dance hall days where her memory is turning. Dance hall days in the circle of the sun. Dance hall days. Now her lonely heart is yearning. Every time the music plays, she sheds a tear and says she's remembering those dance hall days. Outsiders took him far too young. So many dances left undone. Now she lets her body sway to an old familiar song. She thanks me for my singing and I say, hey, you can't go wrong with a little rock and roll. It always lifts the soul. Just like those dance hall days where her memory is turning. Dance hall days in the circle of the sun. Dance hall days. Now her lonely heart is yearning. Every time the music plays, she sheds a tear that says she's remembering those dance hall days. Dance hall days where her memory is turning. Dance hall days in the circle of his arms. Dance hall days. Now her lonely heart is yearning. Every time the music plays, she sheds a tear and says she's remembering those dance hall days. Save the last dance for me. Save the last dance for me. Dance all days.
Dance Hall Days, which is also on our CD.
CD. Thank you so much, everybody,
for joining us
being
tonight.
with us tonight. Thank you for all the lovely comments that you sent in, and just for holding space with us here on this lovely veranda.
On this romantic night.
This romantic night. It's not about being in a couple and a partnership necessarily. It's being in love with yourself and in love with the opportunities that life is presenting to you in each given moment. And we've been waiting for the moon to rise.
I think it's maybe not going to
It's
happen
supposed
tonight.
to rise, I think,
Never
at
mind.
this time. I did
Anyway.
check it.
If you haven't sent anything into the camping
Storytelling
stories, then
competition.
please do so, and we'll hold off for another week before we do any kind of final resolution on it, and we'll read them all out once again, and we'll do another Cuppa with Cath and Jay.
We will, thank you. Probably next Friday, because Friday nights seem to suit us all.
Yeah, they
Friday
seem to
nights
work
on the
really well.
veranda. We'll be back at home on our home veranda with our home view. Lovely to have you. Thank you.
See you again.
We love you all. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh, Rianne in Holland.
Hey,
Hello.
Rianne.
Hi, Rianne.
Good
How
evening.
are you? Goedemorgen.
Oh yes, good morning. Sorry.
Good morning.
We need to talk to you.
We need to have a chat very soon with you, Rianne. Thank you, Asuk. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Paul. And thank you, everyone who's here. We'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.